My neighbor had a baby girl and I wanted to give the baby a personalized item. I got this pretty pink baby towel and I embroidered her name and monogram on the towel. It came out beautiful and colorful and her mom was ecstatic about the gift. Join me as I show you the process of making this beautiful monogrammed and embroidered towel as a gift item. Don't go anywhere, darlings. Hey lovelies, this is Annie with Annie Marie. So I'll be placing the monogram here and the embroidered name here. Lest I forget, if you're new here, thank you for joining us and do well to subscribe. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your constant support. So I already have hooked this lightweight tearaway stabilizer at the back, and I'll be using a tearaway water-soluble stabilizer at the top. And this is a 100% cotton towel for babies, and that's what I'm going to be using. So I hooked the towel on the machine with my wonder clips holding the towel to the hoop to make it not to move, and my water-soluble stabilizer at the top. And then of course I used my pins, all right, to hold the water-soluble stabilizer attached to the towel. You can see it all close to the hoop, away from the needle and the thread. Okay, I made sure that it's away from my needle and my thread to avoid any kind of injuries or breakage and all that. And my design is already good to go. This is a multicolored design, so I'll be using my 3-in-1 embroidery thread spool holder. This will help me to easily change the colors, and I already set up my threads according to the first color on my color chart. I'll click on the start button now to allow it to sew 1 to 3 stitches, and I will stop it and cut off the thread tail. Then I will go back to clicking the start button so that it will do my stitch out. You can see that my clips are not affecting the embroidery arm from moving properly. And at some point, once the first placement stitches are done, I can easily remove my wonder clip. But as it is, it's really not affecting it sewing out or stitching out my embroidery design. So the first color is a blue color, and it's going to take its time to sew out the G because the name is Gladys, okay, and this is a monogram and I'm doing a G, so it's going to take its time to sew it. And if you're looking at it, you will find out because I used the pin, the towel is not moving. Okay, my alignment and the way I want my stitches to come out is exactly the way it's going to come out. All right, so the stitching is almost done and is stitched out perfectly without any issues. For the rest of the tutorial, I'm going to be fast forwarding it because I don't want it to be boring. Looking at it, you can see that my G came out perfectly, and I'm going to be switching out the colors off camera and I will show you how it's stitched out. So the first one is a lemon color. You can see it. These are the flowers. So there are many colors for the flowers. We have the lemon, we have the yellow, which is the next color, and it came out beautiful. You can see the yellow. All right, now I used the needle 75 by 11 is a ballpoint needle. Okay, and the next color is purple. You can see how my purple is really popping. Okay, and I'm going to be showing you that this actually has jump stitches. Okay, so the next flower is red and you can see the jump stitches are showing. Now if you want your embroidery or your design to come out beautiful, you need to be cutting your jump stitches as you go. Okay, there are some machines that actually cut off these jump stitches automatically. There are newer machines now, but my own, I have to trim it off, and it's not really a big deal for me. Okay, that's the fun of machine embroidery. Okay, so while I was sewing the other ones, this is exactly what was happening, and I was trimming them off. So this is the last color. I just trimmed it off and it's going to complete the monogram. The red color is the last one for the G. Remember, we're going to be embroidering her name, Gladys, under this monogram. So we're good to go. It's done and it's going to show me finished embroidering. So I'm going to remove it from the machine and show you how it looks. So let's just remove it. Now, if you're like me and you buy your embroidery materials in bulk, you will find out that you need to utilize every piece of your stabilizer or materials that you buy for embroidery before you buy another one. Okay, I'll still use it for the embroidery of the name. Okay, I'm going to trim it out with my scissors. I'm not going to just tear it away and throw it out. No, I'm going to cut it off with scissors and use it to embroider the name. Now, if you have a Ziploc bag, you can actually use your Ziploc to pack the excess, okay, because they will always be useful for another project. That's the truth, okay? Be it water soluble stabilizer, be it your cutaway, be it your tear away, sometimes you can use them for smaller projects. And for this particular one, the name is just Gladys, so it's going to work. So you can see how it easily tears off. I love this water soluble stabilizer. It's tear away. I don't even soak it in any water, okay? There is no need for the water. It just tears away. I love it. You can see the back. Now, this particular tear away stabilizer that I use at the back, this one is the lightweight. You know, it normally has the lightweight, the medium weight, and the heavyweight. When I want to embroider on towels, I love using the lightweight. And also when I want to embroider on my quilts, I love using this particular one, the lightweight. And what I love most about it is that it tears off neatly. I mean, at the end of the day, my project always looks wow. You can see the way it's tearing off, you know, super easy. And that's one thing about buying products, okay? Whenever you want to buy your embroidery materials, whatever you're using for your projects, always go for the best. Don't look at the money, because you need your project to come out perfect. So I'm going to finish off this off camera and make sure that it looks perfect, okay? And I will show you how it looks. So here it is right now, my G, perfectly monogrammed, and the back looking beautiful. I mean, this looks wow. I love it. Okay, you can see how neat it looks perfect. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead now to use the water soluble stabilizer at the top and also the tear away stabilizer at the back to embroider the name just under the G. I was thinking of doing it here, but it will look so, you know, distance from the G and it won't really look good. So directly under the G will make sense. So I've hooped it again just the way I did the first one, and I aligned it perfectly under the G. Okay, I made sure that it's directly under the G and it's going to be well centered, and I'm going to go on to embroider my G. Now the G is going to be multicolored. Okay, the G is going to be a different color, the L is going to be a different color, A is going to be a different color, D, Y, and S. Okay, I'll show you the snippets as we go, but believe me, because it's a baby girl gift, it needs to be colorful. All right, it really needs to be colorful. So I chose beautiful and bright colors because it's for a child, and I also chose colors that will pop on the pink towel. So here we go. So the first color is red and is stitched out perfectly. My G came out good. Now, one thing about my choosing the color is I chose colors that match the flowers on my G. Okay, the next color is going to be lemon, and I'm already stitching it out. The colors are the colors of the flowers on my G, and they are purple, lemon, green, blue, and all that. So the next one now is going to show me on my screen the next color. That's the color chart. Okay, so the next color is blue, light blue, and I'm going to stitch it out, and that's for the A. And the next one is purple, the other one is yellow, so and so on and so forth. That's the way it's going to stitch out. So my purple is D. I'm going to stitch it out. You can see it is already on my thread stand. You can see it on the screen. So I'm going to stitch it out, and the D came out beautifully. Now you can see the way I managed my water soluble stabilizer. It barely covered my Gladys, okay, the embroidered name. This is how you can manage your water soluble stabilizer. This is how you can also manage any other type of stabilizer without wasting it. Okay, so the next one is yellow, and that's my Y, and it's stitching out. So what I used to hold down this stabilizer were just 2 pins. Okay, I held it down on both sides just to pin it down. Once the first letter stitches out, it's going to hold it. Okay, and it will just go through, and you can actually leave the pin on it without removing it. Just make sure that it's away from your letters and the needle is not going to touch it. That's just it. All right, so this is the last letter, which is the S, and is in dark green color. And there we have it. We are done with our project, and it just wrote finished embroidery. So I'm going to bring out the project from the machine and try my best to clean it up and make it look presentable. I'm also going to show you how I managed my stabilizer. For this one that I used on top, which is the water-soluble stabilizer, I'm not going to use it anymore because there is no excess, okay? I just used enough to cover the place that I'm going to embroider Gladys. You can see it, okay? But for this back, you can see that my stabilizer didn't completely cover the hoop. Now you can manage your stabilizer like this. Just make sure that it covers the area that you're going to create your design, and by doing so, you will save your stabilizer. I always manage my supplies, all right? Because to be honest with you, sometimes these things are expensive, okay? And I love buying them in bulk, all right? And I make sure that I use them for a long time and it serves me well before I order for new ones. This particular part, I'm still going to cut it up and keep it for another smaller project. Yes, you heard me. That's the way to go, all right? This costs money and I have to maximize it, all right? So I'm going to tear off this one. You can see how neatly it tears off. I just love this tearaway stabilizer. I'm going to make an unboxing video of it, all right? I already created the video, but I've not uploaded it. I'm going to do that. So you can see the project turned out beautiful. The monogram came out perfect and the name, of course, came out beautiful. This is a perfect gift for a baby girl. You can see the back is neat and I'm loving it. So you can do this for a baby boy, you can do this for a baby girl. The baby boy, you can use a blue towel, you can use a red towel, you can use even a yellow towel, okay? All you have to do is to wrap it up and make it look lovely. So I'm going to wrap it up like this, and when they unwrap it, they're going to see the name Gladys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, give the video a thumbs up, share your thoughts at the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next one. Until later, as lovelies.